If you are a vegan or plant-based, I'm going to show you the easiest way by far to prep your protein as a vegan without using any protein powder at all. These natural homemade protein shakes can have up to 40 grams of plant-based protein, and today I'm going to show you how to prep them in a way that you can have them ready for every single day of the week. It's by far the easiest, most portable meal that you can make. Hey everyone, I'm Stasia. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I like to prep my protein shakes for the week. This is by far the easiest way to get in a high amount of plant-based protein and fiber using whole food ingredients, not protein powder. So to start, I'm just going to be using some medium freezer bags. You can use any brand you want. This is the brand that I got. If you're in Canada, I just grabbed these at Food Basics, I believe. You just want to try to get a Ziploc bag that has the front part of it that you can write on. So here I'm just sitting and writing out my labels for the week. It's easier to do it before you put the ingredients in it. So there you can see I've got it all lined up for day 1 all the way through to day 7 with all my different flavors that I'm going to prep. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 of my favorite ones that I'm going to be prepping for the week, which is coffee crisp flavor, chocolate brownie flavor, as well as apple pie flavor. They are all amazing. So let's go ahead and get started with my absolute favorite, which is my coffee crisp shake. It is to die for. It's so delicious. So we're going to go ahead and just throw in 1.5 bananas. Now, if you already have frozen bananas, that works too, just to throw it in the individual bags, or you can just freeze it from the start with them being fresh. So I had some fresh bananas, so I just went ahead and threw that in there. Then we're going to go ahead and throw in 2 medjool dates. When it comes to the dates, you can throw in 2 to 3. I try to throw in 2 if they're, on the larger side. If they're really tiny, then I might throw in 3 of them, but that's totally up to you. The dates can be calorie dense, so if you're wanting to reduce the calories, then just add a little bit less. But when it comes to sugar, you don't really have to worry about dates because they actually don't really raise your blood sugar. So even though they're sweet, they are still super healthy in terms of sweetener. So next we're going to go ahead and add the magic ingredient in these shakes, which are beans. So I love to prep my own beans in my Instant Pot, which I will have a video posted in my description box below showing exactly how I make my beans for these shakes. However, you can use canned beans. There's nothing wrong with that. I just find that the Instant Pot beans are super, super soft in comparison to canned beans. So I just, can't go back once I've figured that part out. So anyways, canned beans are totally fine. So you just want to throw in 1/2 cup of any type of cooked beans. So in this shake, we threw in 1/2 cup of black beans. Now it is worth noting that in any of these shakes, the beans are interchangeable. Most beans have a fairly mild taste, so any beans will work. So next we're going to go ahead and throw in a tablespoon of cacao powder. Now you can also use unsweetened cocoa powder. That works all the same. It's just that there's some more nutritional benefits when it comes to the cacao powder, but like I said, either one will work. And then next we're going to go ahead and add in the coffee. Now I don't drink coffee in terms of having a caffeinated beverage. I don't have any caffeine in my diet. However, if you do, then feel free to use a caffeinated version. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in 2 teaspoons of the instant coffee. If you like a stronger taste of coffee, then add 2 teaspoons. If you just want a mild hint of coffee, then I would stick with just 1. So there we have it. So the coffee crisp is already prepped and ready to go. And as you can see, what I've written on the bag there is that now I know when I grab this out of the freezer that all I'm going to have to do is dump this in the blender, add 1.5 cups of vanilla milk, as well as a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So you just don't want to add any of your wet liquids to the prep, but any of the dry ingredients, powders included, are totally fine. Okay, but before we move on to the chocolate brownie shake, I want to mention that I have lost 60 pounds drinking these shakes that I'm showing you in today's video every single day, as well as eating meals that had 0 overt fats in them. So I went ahead and put 3 recipe books together with all the exact foods that I was eating to get this weight off. And right now I'm running an incredible sale that all 3 of these books are on sale for only $12 for the next 48 hours. It's a gigantic flash sale considering the retail price is $29.99. You can find the link in the description box below. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get the chocolate brownie shake prepped and ready to go. If you love chocolate, you are going to be mind blown when you try this recipe. It is so delicious. So while it's pretty similar to the coffee crisp one, if you don't like coffee, then this one is for you. So we're going to go ahead and throw in 1.5 bananas again. And here I'm throwing in a half a cup of soybeans, but the original recipe actually calls for black beans. But that's just to show you that it really doesn't matter that those beans can be switched out. Here, I'm going to be using some date powder as my sweetener. My sister had actually found this product, which is pretty amazing. It's 100% organic date powder, which is just nice because then you don't get the pieces of dates ever. And it's just really amazing. So anyways, sometimes I use this in place of the actual dates. But of course, if you don't have this product, no problem. You can just throw in, 1 or 2 dates or even maple syrup. Really, the sweetener doesn't really matter. It's totally up to you. So next we're going to go ahead and add in 1.5 tablespoons of chocolate because we want this one to be a little extra chocolatey, and it is just so yummy. So there we have it. Those are all the ingredients that you need to prep the chocolate brownie. So we're just going to go ahead and get that bag zipped up and ready for the freezer. All right, so last but definitely not least, we're going to go ahead and prep the apple pie shake. With the fall coming, this flavor just hits in the most perfect way. It's delicious. So we're going to start by just peeling and chopping up 2 apples. Now, I should also mention that you can also find all 3 of the recipes that I'm showing you in today's video in one of my newest recipe ebooks called Shake Off the Weight. This is by far one of my most popular recipe ebooks, and with good reason. There's 22 different flavors of these shakes. All of them are so delicious. There's other flavors like birthday cake, cookie dough, Snickers chocolate bar. Oh my gosh, they're all so delicious. And I've had the most amazing feedback from so many of you guys who have tried these shakes. You cannot taste the beans, and they have just been a game changer. And so much weight loss has been achieved by drinking them, just like how I did it. So Shake Off the Weight will also be found in my description box below. So here we're going to go ahead and pile in these apple chunks. So basically you're looking to have roughly about 1 cup of apples. So it was a little bit more than that. So I just set those aside and had them as a snack. No big deal. So we're going to go ahead and get that in the bag. And this shake, when I tell you, it literally tastes like an apple pie. That is not an exaggeration. Even just prepping this bag, the smell of the spices and everything, oh my gosh, it's just like a hug on a fall day. It's so great. So anyways, now we're going to go ahead and add the beans. And I also wanted to throw a little fun fact out here. Chickpeas have some of the highest sources of protein in all the beans. In only half a cup of chickpeas, you're looking at about 20 grams of protein. And sometimes I throw in a little bit more than a half a cup, depending on how hungry I am. So sometimes I'll even throw in 3/4 of a cup, and I've even been known to throw in a whole cup, which would be a whopping 40 grams of protein for one shake. That's pretty incredible. So we went ahead and threw in 1/4 of a cup of chickpeas in this shake, as well as 2 tablespoons of oats, and then that was 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and throw in a couple of dates. Once again, I like to throw in 2 to 3 of them, just depending on their size. And if you end up getting the dates that are not already pitted, please be sure to remove the pits from the center, just like you see me doing there, before you throw them in the bag. Another thing that I want to mention about all of these shakes in general is that I specifically designed these shakes to be on the calorie dense side. And that's with good reason. The reason being is that these are meant to be used as a meal replacement. So this is not a green smoothie or a fruit shake that, it's very low in calories and it's going to burn off and you're going to be hungry an hour later. These shakes kept me full for hours. We're talking 3 to 4 hours at a time because each shake is roughly around 400 to 500 calories. But it's worth noting that that's not 400 to 500 calories of empty calories. These are all nutrient dense ingredients that are designed to keep you full, especially the beans. The beans were the magic in these shakes. I literally was full for hours at a time, and because of these shakes flavors, they're also delicious. It was almost dessert-like, so it really helped, curb my snack cravings or junk food cravings because these literally tasted so delicious. So anyways, we have successfully prepped one shake for every single day of the week. I just recently put out a video with my goal for the month of October being that I'm getting back to drinking these shakes every single day. So this is the absolute best way to prep them so that there's nothing to it. You can wake up in the morning and you are just ready to go. So here I just put them in my deep freezer and I've got them all labeled and marked so I know which one I'm grabbing for. And the prep that I showed you in today's video was just for 7 days, but if you're feeling really motivated, by all means, you could absolutely prep these for even 2 or 3 weeks in advance because they hold up just fine in the freezer. Losing weight has been a struggle for me, but the reason why I feel like I was successful this time was because A, I was really consistent, and B, because I ate foods that I actually genuinely enjoyed. And these shakes literally made the top of that list. Now, I've had other people say that, they threw in spinach or kale and different greens and different things. My recommendation is to not do that. that. So here's the thing, I get tons of greens in my diet through salads, through green smoothies, but when it comes to these shakes, I purposely like to keep them dessert-like because I look forward to having them that way. I love the flavors. So when I'm craving ice cream or something really delicious, these shakes were a game changer. While everyone else was maybe eating ice cream around me, I came home and made one of these and felt just as satisfied. So as you can see there, it's just as easy as grabbing those bags out of the freezer, dumping it into a high-speed blender. I personally love the NutriBullet series, 900 or up. I feel like they are the best budget blenders on the market. You don't need a Vitamix. These babies blend everything up super smooth, and that's it. You just add your milk, a little bit of vanilla extract if you want, and your meal is ready in literally 30 seconds. This is the easiest, most delicious, most portable meal that you will probably ever make. If you are also on a health and weight loss journey, you do not need to be choking down your food to get through it. You should be enjoying your food just like I did. I promise you that I loved all of my foods that I was making. So once again, if you are in need of some more whole food, plant-based recipes that don't include any oil, nuts, seeds, or anything, then right now go down to my description box below because I'm doing a free giveaway to the first 5 people. You will get all 3 books for free. And the rest of you, please take advantage of that awesome book sale. It will only be on for the next 48 hours. Link can be found in my description box below. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we will see you in the next one.